You've come into my life like a wave crashing against the shore, and now I can't even remember what it felt like before you swept me away. Every moment with you is a reminder that nothing else could ever compare to this. In your eyes, I see everything I've been searching for. No longer do I wonder if there's someone better out there because you've become the answer to every question I've ever asked. There was a time when I thought I needed more, wanted more, but with you, I realized I had everything I ever needed. You make every past longing feel irrelevant and distant. Before you, I had a million faces in my mind, imagining the perfect person. Now that you're here, all those thoughts fade, and there's only room for you. Every other person who I thought could fill this space in my heart is now a blur, and it's only you who I see. Only you who makes me feel alive in ways I never thought possible. I used to wonder about the possibility of someone else, but now that you're in my life, I realize that everything I thought I wanted pales in comparison to the reality of what we have. There were many faces before yours, but now that you're here, you've taken their place. You make me forget every past desire and replace it with an undeniable connection to you. When you entered my life, all the past versions of me, the dreams, the hopes for someone else, vanished like a fading memory. You are my present, my future, and all that matters. I once thought that there was someone else who could complete me, but now that you're in my world, I know that no one else could ever come close to the person I've become with you. In the presence of your love, everything else fades into the background. Every past hope, every other desire becomes irrelevant when compared to the depth of what we have together. I thought I knew what love was before you, but now, standing next to you, I understand that nothing else could have ever measured up to what you make me feel every day. You've erased all the old dreams, replacing them with new ones that are filled with nothing but you. I can't imagine a life that doesn't revolve around you anymore. Before you, I had a map of dreams, but now that I've found you, all paths lead back to you. You make all the others seem like detours that I no longer need. There are no words for the feeling of knowing that the person I once imagined in my dreams has been here all along, right in front of me. I no longer crave anyone else. Every moment with you makes me forget the person I thought I needed. In your presence, I realize that everything I wanted before was just preparation for you. You've effortlessly erased every memory of anyone else I once thought could be the one. Now there is no one else in my heart but you. You've changed the way I see the world, And now that I know what it feels like to have you by my side, I can't fathom ever wanting anyone else again. The person I thought I wanted to be with fades away every time you smile. With you, I no longer search for something more because I've found it in you. Every glance from you feels like the universe whispering to me that no one else will ever come close to the way you make me feel. When I look into your eyes, I see the reflection of everything I ever needed. No one else will ever come close to what we share. I thought my heart was reserved for someone else, but you've shown me that there was never a vacancy. It's always been you, and it always will be. Every memory of longing and searching fades when I'm with you, because you are the answer I never knew I needed. I can't imagine wanting anyone else. Before you, there were dreams and wishes. Now there's just reality, and it's more beautiful than anything I ever hoped for. You make me forget every other face I once imagined. There's only you in my heart, and that's exactly where you belong. Your presence alone makes every other possibility irrelevant. I never knew what it meant to feel whole until I found you. In a world full of choices, you are the only one I want. Everyone else becomes a distant thought when I'm lost in the beauty of who you are. You've rewritten the story of my life, erasing the parts that once seemed important. All that remains is you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I used to wonder if there was someone else out there who could make me feel this way. Now I know that you are the only one who could ever make me forget everyone else. Your love has become a constant, and every fleeting thought of someone else is just a whisper compared to the roar of everything I feel for you. You've taken the place of every past desire. You are the only thing that exists in my heart now, and there's nothing else I could ever want. Before I met you, I wondered if anyone would ever live up to the dreams I had. But now, all I see is you, and everything else fades into a memory of what could have been. You've made me forget the person I thought I wanted, because with you, I've discovered the truth. No one else could ever compare to the connection we share. Every other person I thought I needed was simply a step on the path that led me to you. Now that you're here, nothing else matters. You've opened my eyes to the beauty of what it means to love someone fully. The thought of anyone else no longer crosses my mind when I'm in your arms. There was a time when I wondered if anyone could make me feel complete. Then I found you, and every past longing was replaced by the certainty of us. You've become the dream I didn't know I was waiting for. Every moment spent with you makes all the other possibilities seem insignificant. I used to think that there were many paths to happiness. Now, with you, I know there's only one path, and it leads directly to you. In the quiet of my thoughts, there's only you now. All other faces have disappeared, leaving space for only the love we've built. You've swept me off my feet and erased every past thought. Now, all I want is you, and nothing else in this world could ever compare. You make me forget everything I thought I wanted, because with you, I've discovered that true happiness doesn't lie in anyone else. It lies with you. The people I once thought could be my future now seem like ghosts of the past. With you, I've found my forever, and there's nothing else to search for. Every thought of someone else fades the moment I'm with you. You are all I need, and every other desire has been replaced by the certainty of your love. In the presence of your love, everything else loses its relevance. You've made me forget every past dream because you are the dream I now live. Before you, I wondered if anyone could ever be the one. But now, with you, I know that there was never anyone else. You've always been the one. Every moment spent with you makes me realize that there's no need for anyone else. You are everything I ever needed and more. You've captured my heart in a way no one else ever could. The thought of another person is now a distant memory, and you are my present and future. Every second with you is a reminder that no one else could have ever been what I needed. You are everything I've been waiting for. With every touch, you make me forget the world around us. In your arms, there is no one else, and there never will be. There was a time when I imagined that someone else could be the one, but now that I've found you, I realize that there was no one else who could ever be enough. With you, I no longer need to dream of a perfect love. You've shown me that perfection is real, and it's right here in front of me. In your presence, all the longing I once felt disappears. You are my peace, my joy, and nothing else could ever compare. You've taken away every thought of someone else. There is no room for anyone but you in my heart, and I wouldn't want it any other way. With you, I've learned that nothing else matters. Every other possibility was just a stepping stone that led me to you. You've taught me that real love doesn't need to be searched for. It finds you, and now there's no one else I could ever want. Before you, I wondered if anyone could truly make me forget the rest of the world, but now I know the truth. It was always meant to be you. You've rewritten my heart's story, leaving no room for anyone else. With you, I've found a love that fills every corner of my soul. You've become the only thought in my mind, and every other person I once thought I needed has become a distant echo. I once wondered if anyone could make me forget every other possibility. Now that you're here, I know the answer is you. Every day with you feels like a new chapter in a story where there's only you. All the others have faded, and it's just us now. With you, I've found a love that makes every other thought irrelevant. There's no one else I could ever want because you are everything I've ever needed. You make everything else fade into the background because in this moment, all I see is you, and nothing else could possibly matter more. Every time I think of someone else, I realize they were only stepping stones leading me to you. Now that I've found you, there's no one else I could want. Before you came into my life, I believed that love was a puzzle, that I needed to search for the missing piece. But now I realize that the piece I was missing was always you. With you, I no longer search for someone else. I don't need to look back at the past or dream of another future because my present is perfect with you by my side. When I look at you, every other person I once imagined fades into obscurity. Only you remain in my heart, and it feels like I've found my home.